Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're getting right into the game just as last time. Today we're playing Bloom, and as I said last time, today we're going to be playing my new game mode, which I'll tell you about in just a second. Oh yeah, we're playing BTD5. Probably should have said that first, but anyway. So to start on, yes, okay. So the game mode is called, I think I called it Crazy Cash. It's been a little while. Yeah, Crazy Cash. And how it works is you need to have a certain amount of money left over by the time the game ends, and you can't use any banana farms. I'm gonna get Sentry Gun. So my goal was kind of to create a game mode sort of like half cash, but of course you can't just do that in this game, so I had to get a little creative, and it's not exactly like half cash, but I honestly think it's better than half cash. And so originally I was thinking just you have to save up 5,000 by the end of the game. And so the first time I actually played this, it was on an expert map. For some reason I was being kind of cocky, and I wanted to try it on an expert map first. So I played Bugala, which is an expert map. It has like this island and these 3 paths. And I was leaking lives the whole game, and I lost. I don't remember what round I lost on, but I lost. So then next I tried it on a beginner map, and it was too easy, so I had to increase the requirement to 7,500. And that was pretty reasonable, so that's what we're doing today. Oh yeah, also you always play on easy when you're doing this, because the further in the game you go, the more money you need, so it gets really hard to save up money otherwise. You can play on higher difficulties, but it might be harder, and also there's another option. You can play it around 50 with this requirement and then just be allowed to spend all your money once you get past that. But even then, you wouldn't have had all those farms to make that extra money, so you might still struggle a lot. But then I was playing Campfire, which is not an expert map, an extreme map, even harder. And maybe we should buy something before we leak lives. What should we get? We can just get a glue gunner and a ninja for the camo bloom. Right there. I think last is best. And there we go. I probably shouldn't have spent all that money, but it's okay. Now we'll just get a simple little ninja. And perfect. Oh no, we should put this guy on strong so he targets the red zones. And now I'm all the way back to square one. I haven't played this in a while, so it may not go so well. But so then I tried the Campfire, which is an extreme map, and I wasn't going to do the requirement. But just as I was playing, I started to have that money left over. And at the end of the game, I think I did have 7,500. So I guess map difficulties don't really make much sense. Can't do it on an expert map, but can on an extreme. I think most of the extreme maps actually are really extreme. They're more of expert maps. There's a few that are like, there's one called Tar Pits with 5 really short lanes. One called Plutonium Lab, which is the same but easier. And then there's an expert map called Down the Drain, which I think is one of the hardest maps. So I think this challenge is actually a lot of fun. I really like it. It's a great thing to play if you're trying to unlock mastery mode or something, which I still don't have. But you want it to be fun. We're doing really well. Oh yeah, I could talk about this map. This, I think, is one of the prettiest maps in BTD5. And probably one of the prettiest maps in the entire Bloom series. It looks so nice. I really like this map. I said it's called Bloom before, but I can say it again, I guess. I think it honestly could be prettier than Cubism from BTD6. Let's get double shot. We're doing pretty good on money so far. So another thing I can say is I'm actually no longer interested in BTD5, and last time I said I would make this video just as long as my interest didn't change, which I thought was unlikely. But it did, and I'm still making this video. Just because I didn't want to not make it after I said I would probably make it, because that felt kind of mean. And also, I still kind of do enjoy BTD5. I don't play it of my own free will. But when I play it, it is kind of fun. I should really be playing it more often, so when my interest changes again, it has a higher chance of going back to BTD5. Oh yeah, and that's one of the strategies I was thinking for keeping my interest to stay the same. I almost have 10,000 already. I should probably spend some before I lose. Let's get a Buccaneer. So I'll get longer cannons that increases the range slightly so it can just barely see that river. Honestly, this is probably a much better spot. I can get one there too, with 2 Buccaneers. Yeah, so on some maps it's way easier than others. Like I could probably get at least 12,000 by the end on this one. So you know what? New requirement 12,500. Yeah, you can just change it as you go if you're not having any trouble at all. Okay, there's a Moab. I'm gonna upgrade to Destroyer because I'm scared. I'm actually really scared, so I might just get a few road spikes. Okay, no, we're gonna be fine. It was about to pop. Oh, actually barely. No, I am glad I used those road spikes. So I was done with the video already. So this seems like, oh wait. Those are getting a little bit far. I was thinking I would talk about what my new interest is. It's a really fun one, I feel like, but I think I have a better idea on something to talk about. I feel like this is a great time to talk about the flaws with the balloon's difficulty system. At least it's not like, I think, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Anyway. I think we're okay. I can definitely get another destroyer. The requirement, 18,500. At least it's not like the balloon's TD2 system, where it's map dependent and you could only play certain maps on certain difficulties. That just sounds horrible. But the problem is you should be able to have short games that are hard. You shouldn't need to commit to so much time playing just to get a harder experience. I really don't like that. A lot of the time I want a shorter game, but it doesn't let you unless you had your own restrictions like I did. And this is still pretty easy, honestly. Or you play on a harder map, but again, you shouldn't need to play on a harder map to get a harder experience with an easier difficulty. I feel like I sound really weird today. I hope it's better in the video. It usually is. A lot of the time in YouTube videos, well, we won. A lot of the time in YouTube videos, people will say, sorry about my voice, I'm sick or whatever. And you don't even notice it in the video. So, I always find that funny. I think it'll be a good thing that happened in this video, though. Well, any video, really, because then you sound normal. Anyway, 1 token, 75 monkey money. And you don't get as much rewards for easier difficulties. So how much money did I have at the end? I want to click free play just to see. And yes, I'm taking a picture of that. 2,200. No, 22,448. That's really insane. Anyway, let's go home. I am enjoying this. Probably 5 stars, honestly. I don't know why I haven't done that before. I guess I usually just ignore those out of habit, but sometimes I should do it. It depends on the game. Planarius. So anyway, as I was saying, we're just gonna quickly talk about this. You should, well, I kind of already talked about this, but I really hate that you need to play a longer game to have a harder difficulty or at your own restrictions. I really hate the difficulty system in all the games in general. But there's not enough time to talk about it all, so we'll just go with that. Anyway, thank you very much if you watched until the end. I doubt anyone did. But if you did enjoy, please like or comment or subscribe. And even let me know that anyone actually watched the whole thing or cared about it at all. Because views just mean you watched the first 30 seconds. And especially comment. I really love getting comments. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you don't have a reason to comment. Just comment. Anyway, that's the end of the video. So bye.